Aaron, when did you first start feeling something in your arm?
Just felt a little something trying to throw out a runner at the plate in Toronto. Yeah, you kind of feel something, but you kind of feel nicks and stuff throughout your whole body throughout a whole season, so you really don't think much of it.
Aaron had talked about you were having some difficulty throwing yesterday. Was that the biggest turn of events for you, that you needed to get it checked out, or what told you that this could be something more serious than just a little ache?
Yeah, just not being able to throw the past couple of days. Kind of want to take it through the off day, see how we went. And then I was pretty adamant about playing yesterday, and then I think it just kind of came down to a point where, if I got to make a play for the team and not be able to do it, that would kind of hurt. But, got it checked out and got the news, and now we just go from here.
How much of a relief was this for you? Were you concerned it might be something bigger?
Yeah, I never had any really elbow issues or anything like that, so you never know what you're kind of getting into, but, glad it is what it is.
How would you describe the pain right now, and what's your understanding of the rehab process?
The pain is tough to tell. We're starting to get on some medicine just to kind of clean that stuff up. I couldn't throw, so I think that's kind of sums it up. But the rehab process, I'm not too sure. Probably start. I really was reluctant about going on any IL or anything like that. I was like, if I can hit, let me hit. But they'll let me. I'll start DHing, I think, once this 10th day is up.
But would you have wanted to DH now and not go on the injured list?
Oh yeah.
That was a kind of big discussion between you and everyone else involved.
Yeah, that's what took the longest, I think, more than anything.
So that means it doesn't hurt when you swing a bat at this point. It's throwing, not swinging a bat.
Throwing's the main concern. Hitting it happens too quick, and it's not really the motion that I've really felt anything. I think it's the muscle that's hurt is a muscle used to grip, so there might be some issues with that, but I've been hitting with it the past couple days, so if I can hit, get me out there.
Obviously, you wanting to play shows your dedication, but also how badly the team needs you. What do you think about the team surviving for 10 days, 2 weeks, whatever this takes?
Oh, they're going to be just fine. Guys are going to step up. I think that's what it comes down to. You look over the past couple of years, we've had guys get banged up, guys get hurt. I always go back to that 2019 team where I feel like everybody got banged up, and we had so many guys step up for us and play bigger roles than what they kind of signed up for coming into the season. So I kind of expect the same thing for guys, especially now. We got the trade deadline coming up. We made a big acquisition, get McMahon here, who's going to help us win a lot of games. So guys are going to step up and do their job. That's what it comes down to, man. It's especially now in the second half, kind of getting down to the end of the stretch here. We got to make a push.
You said throwing is the main concern. Does it only hurt when you're throwing?
Yeah, that's really when I've noticed it. I'm lucky nobody really tested me the past couple of days, but I wanted to be out there for the team, be out there, do my thing, and so after a couple of days of it not really getting better, we decided that probably best to get it checked out. So.
Were you scared when you had the MRI and stuff? I mean, because that's...
Yeah, you never want to go in the tube. It's never fun. You don't know what's going to show up. That's why I kind of pushed off a lot of the imaging and stuff like that, because if I don't know what's going on, it can't hurt you, I guess. So, but yeah, it's never too fun going in that. But glad we got a better answer than could have been worse.
Was the first time you felt it on that throw in Toronto where you then grimaced, or?
No, that was a couple innings later. You guys were a little late on that one, but it was a throw trying to. They just brought in Loizaga, base hit to me. It's kind of do or die. Keep the game, keep a one-run lead, or it's a tie game in Toronto, and you got to make a play. And kind of felt it there, and just you got to gut it out. It's a big game. You're playing a division rival, so.
You said you got to gut it out. Did you consider at all coming out of that game?
No. I got to hit. We got to score runs. I'll figure out a way to figure out the stuff on defense. So. You can't come out of the game.
Given your mindset to always just play and gut it out, what was the trigger that you finally had to tell them about it?
It's just I couldn't throw past 60 feet. So I think that kind of sums it up, especially with some of these games, how important they are. And you're going up against a Phillies team that can hit the ball over the park. I just didn't want to put our pitchers in jeopardy, just not being able to come up and make a play for them. So. Yeah, I think, like I said, not being able to throw for a couple of days kind of raises some eyebrows.
Aaron, has team medical personnel communicated to you after you come back and you're DHing only how long it might be before you're ready to play the outfield again and throw?
It just depends on how the throwing progression goes. It's going to be probably 10 to 2 weeks of no throwing at all, and then you're kind of working from there. So I could be on that 15th day playing catch and be like, wow, this feels like brand new, like normal, and kind of progress from there. But they really haven't set up a timeline yet for me on that. I was more focused about when I could get back in and start hitting. So
have you ever had anything like this before in the minor leagues, anywhere, college?
No, never. No, nothing.
Emotionally, what's it like?
Oh, you're upset. I want to be out there playing. I wish I was out there today playing. I wish I was in there tomorrow. I think that's what it comes down to. But so you're just upset. You feel like you're letting the team down and letting the fans down, especially at an important time of the year. So now it's just kind of shifting the focus to trying to recover as quick as you can to get back out there and keep helping this team. We're in a great position. We got a great team. A lot of good things ahead of us.
You mentioned the McMahon trade and how it's going to help you guys. Are you hoping to see more impactful deals over these next couple of days?
Yeah, we're the Yankees. You hope so. That's what the guys upstairs are working on, and they'll go out there and take care of business. We got a great ball club already here, and I think we had a couple more pieces to kind of fix a couple things, fine-tune some things. We're going to be right where we need to be.
Aaron, it's been about 6 weeks now where the team hasn't played well. What do you think is going on, and what's the remedy for it?
Oof. If I had a remedy, we probably would have stopped it after 1 week. It's, some of it's part of it's baseball. You're going to go through some ups and downs. There's going to be probably the next 6 weeks are the hottest team in baseball. You don't know that. We just got to go out there and play and focus on what we can do today. And I think the biggest thing that's going to hurt us is just giving teams extra outs. You can't give good teams extra outs. When that happens, a lot of runs are going to be scored against you. So I think that's the biggest thing right now is just tighten those things up, and we'll be where we need to be.